Okay. We will put it over here. It's poor music as always. They're awesome. I am in a little bit of a rush. I don't need to be though. So, also, I see that you're here, Sharky. That's awesome. I'm working on getting stream avatars opened. Yeah, it just hasn't opened yet, is all. So if I look here, hello, it's hello indeed. Basically, this is what I was working on earlier, the Leorin board. I was trying to get that working basically up until I started streaming. But I couldn't quite get it to work because channel points are annoying to work with. Because they're an event type thing and I can't... So annoying, and I really want to get them to work with Leorin board because according to the dev, they should be working because it says I connected and everything. But apparently that's just not the case because it's just not working. So it's annoying and I'm hoping I'll figure it out. Your starting soon screen is still on? What? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Try refreshing the page. Because nowhere here does it say that my starting student screen is still on. It definitely has changed. Right? Because this very much looks like it worked. Oh yeah, it's okay. I got worried there for a second. You scared me. No. You need to refresh? Yeah. Now let's get control. Oh, hang on. Send that over there. Do this. Do that. Alright. Oh, hi Zapdos. I always love the emotes you have. Okay, now this'll work. Alright. You can throw them around now. Okay, good. Now, that should work. We should be all good to go. Which means... yeah. The, I'm gonna actually send this window there. So that now... and then I'll set it like this. Okay, now we get to that. Where? Oh, here. Desktop one. Alright. So, everything should be ready. I don't think... wait, hang on. I can also just go right ahead and... alright. Then if I go like this... there we go. My bot's working. If I could get just one or two more things working, then I wouldn't have to worry about Leorin board at all, and I could... oh boy. Programming and everything is just difficult. And I'm annoyed that I don't know how to get channel points to work. Because if I could get it to work, then I could do so many more cool things. And I'm sure that there's an easy way to do it. Hang on. There's also one other thing I have to do. Let's go like this, go like that. Put this over here so you guys can watch. It's just X input map. I keep meaning to do this as like a boot option and just like something that it always does. We go 16 HDMI 0. And then we do the same thing but with 20 instead of 16. Because those are the two things for my stylus for my drawing tablet. And basically what that does... where's my cursor there? What that does is basically says, keep the stylus on this screen and not the other screen. which I think is handy. Hang on. Did the second one not go through? Let's try that again. Let's see. There we go. What? That's odd. What's the new redeem do? Nothing, because I haven't gotten my channel point things working. Okay, but if I leave that one open, it still works, right? What? Okay. Then if I do this, it works, right? Yeah. It's shrimple as. Yeah. But if I do get it working, it's going to be like a whole, almost like a little game, basically. I can talk about it a little bit because it's not like it's gonna work anytime soon, unfortunately. The idea, basically, is a bath time redeem. Basically, what it would do is I'd procedurally generate like a quote-unquote cat for each viewer that would redeem it, and their data would just be stored in like a JSON file, and then I'd get them a unique pattern on their cat, and then when you click the redeem, it would basically make a cat come on screen dirty, but then it would play an animation of sorts that would clean them. Or maybe I'd make it even more interactive and basically make it so that chat has to enter some numbers or messages or something in order to clean the cat effectively. It could be literally whatever I want, right? As soon as I get the redeem working with either Leorin board or with my custom program, I just need the redeems to play nice. But unfortunately, because they're like events and not something simple like plain text messages, it doesn't seem likely. Also, here. I kind of want to do. I want to draw this Sylveon today. What layer are we at right now? What is this? Oh, box. There we go. So I kind of want to draw that Sylveon. I'm glad I asked because I was totally going to buy. Hang on, Sharky. That redeem shouldn't be... You shouldn't be able to see that currently. Because I disabled it. It's because you joined before I disabled it, I think. So, it doesn't do anything yet. Nothing works. No, nobody... It doesn't like me. Oh yeah, you're right. And you know what the most annoying thing is currently? I own a domain, right? Like, I own a URL. But I can't do anything with it until I figure out everything. Right? And so it's just, it's like, it only costs like $2. But I own it for like the rest of the year. And I want to do something with it. But I can't because I don't know how to do things. Now we need a reference for Sylveon. Oh, hang on. I know it doesn't work like that. I just need to save it. But yeah, it's really annoying. It really is. Because I have cool ideas, and it'd be so impressive if I could do them one way or another. Because it's a lot of custom programming to actually get it to all work. And I think people would be impressed with it. But unfortunately, I can't get it to work. So, why did it not allow me? Hang on. Is it here? No. It is annoying. Hello? Okay, so that seems to have broken. What's this? Oh, I understand now. It's annoying to me. You'll bring sunscreen with you? Awesome, that's helpful actually. Let's see. That's something I can deal with? Maybe, maybe not. I'll have to check later. What layer is this? That should be the Sylveon layer. Anyways. We need... Whoops. Image. No. Oops. Here, what I really need is to just like resize this a bit. There we go. Then here, and we insert as new layer, and we can close that. And we can close that. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Something break? No, I thought it broke for a second. Anyhow. Now, what we've got to do here, we've just sort of got to start marking out the different shapes we've got going on. So there's a cylinder there. It's a little tricky to draw anything really, but complicated stuff like this especially. So obviously this guide isn't the most helpful. But if we picture it, there'd be like a cylinder for the front half and then another one for the back half, right? Except they'd be closer together because that's not very... Whoops. I actually want that one below. So this isn't actually that long of a torso. So we'll probably want it to be shorter. We still want that below. So it'd be... It really is tricky, isn't it? So the face would still be... It's absolutely okay, yeah. It's always okay to have it in the background. No obligations anytime to be doing anything a certain way. I will still be talking, so you don't have to worry about that part. So it looks like we can kind of pretend the sphere here. Okay, love you too. Or hearts to you as well, I suppose is a better way of saying that. So it looks like we can put that as like that. Then we can sort of pretend the ears are in this way. I do love you too. So basically its head is... Because you see, I'm putting it like this, so it's facing that way. But that's because it's walking around like that, you know? Like the steps of its motion, like beep, bop, beep, bop. Sort of like that way. It's walking around because it's curious. So then its front leg would actually go... So I'm imagining... It looks like... Tricky indeed. I really did not choose an easy pose for this Sylveon. I definitely think that... So... Maybe it's sort of... No. So... Then the tail sort of actually tail's kind of like that from this angle. Oh. Then it's sweet. I agree. Sharky is so sweet to me. Then we've got leg like that. Other leg like that, kind of. Then torso. Kind of like... Oh no. Oh, that's because this leg doesn't go there. Then it must go there-ish, right? You going to bed? That's absolutely alright. Hope you have a great sleep. It's just sweet. Uh-huh. I think it's the correct thing to do. I don't know what I'm trying to communicate there. Before I went to bed, me and my man had a great long date, or watched it today. That's fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So... Let's see. You watch someone play backyard basketball for 2 hours. Wow. Send the video on your Discord. Awesome. Yeah, this leg definitely is supposed to be over there. I don't know what I was thinking. And I know what I was thinking, but I was wrong. So... And that line doesn't quite work. So this isn't a terrible start. Probably we would want to make that a bit more of a snout. And a circle. And then we want to probably make that bigger. That's fine as it is. And rather than converging, those should probably diverge, maybe? Here. Let's get a new layer out. So we can look into it a bit more. So it's got the, like, decently sized back legs. You know what? Let's just... I don't know why we have to make it hard on ourselves. We can just go and get a Sylveon reference that's standing up already. That way we don't have to guess. There. Oh, and that's right. It's going to want to do this to me. Hang on. Sure, we'll save it like that. That's the one difficulty with what I was doing is... Wait, hang on. I still need to... blank. Go like there. We go like that. Sure, add a new layer. Click. It's bigger too. We do want it exactly where it is. So we'll move it to the side. You'll want to shrink it a bit. So you can see all of it at once when we're zoomed in on our area. Probably going to want to keep that version. Oh, our pen is kind of blue right now. That's a little silly of me. I left it blue from before. Then we'll also want to say... where is it? Dockers. Let's turn that off for now, because we don't need to be animating it. So now it's much easier, because we just curve this, basically. And so we know that it goes from there. That curve goes like that, essentially. Except it's also curved, which means it'd go... tricky is how it would go. So let's see. There's probably a circle of sorts here, as well as that one. This one's going the other. So this is like the torso. Then there'd be another one. Well, hang on. I do prefer it being closer to there. So we want one sphere there, one sphere there. Alright. Then we basically want cylinders on either side of there. And then that goes like that. Around and up to like that. Then it just connects into what we had before, basically. Except it kind of goes like that, which is interesting. Wow! Silly. This isn't the worst start ever. But I do... Let's see. Basically, by moving these two circles, I can change the way it's rotated. Alright. So if I go like this, then it still has its neck. Right? And but its neck is actually sort of above this. Yeah, because the neck's above this normally. But hang on, where do I want it exactly, though? How tall is Sylveon? Gotta know. It is 3 feet tall, huh? Pichu is 1 foot tall. Okay. So we need Sylveon to be 3 times the height of that Pichu. Which means we kind of want to scale these up a decent amount. So we kind of want to imply that we can see all that, and then okay, let's go like that. It's a little tricky. It's very tricky. Maybe we have Sylveon bowing their head a little bit. So it's got the neck. So the tricky thing is that these two circles are facing completely different directions. And I don't know how to... This one here isn't helping us much, so we'll get rid of it. Basically. In fact, I don't even think that one's helping us much. I think we start over. What we need is to find a few more key points, you know? You've got the head, you see the ears, there. But then, I think... No, that's definitely it. Because it's definitely there and there. Except, I think, rather than having it be a circle and a circle, we should... So, on the human form, right? You have the chest as sort of like this, with the waist as a pivot, sort of. And up top doesn't change that much except for stretching it for dynamicness, right? And then you've got a circle that you can move around, then a cone that you can also swivel and move around. So this is kind of how it works on a person. So I'm curious to see if we can sort of map out a similar sort of situation here. Because I'd imagine, if that's the case, we'd be drawing a circle there, and a cone there, right? With then the two, with it going like that. And up here, I mean, can we do a box of any kind? That's the question I have. I don't think so, but maybe we don't need to. Maybe it's like another cone, you know? But it wouldn't be. But it would be? So if we have the circle there, then it'd be like... And then back like that, and then if we're drawing this through, oh, hang on, let's just... So if we're drawing this down back so we can see what's inside, basically I'm thinking it'd be like beep bop beep bop bom, then okay, so if that's like tricky, huh? But it's certainly not the worst idea, because then we'd also have the legs there, which isn't the worst, you know. This is actually a much better prototype at the very least, because then we'd have another cylinder there. So we can go and erase this. Whew. Tough work. So now instead of trying to rotate something as complex as this whole Sylveon, we just rotate these pieces, right? Because we know, for example, that there's a cone at the base or at the butt. Whoop. Oh, hang on. We're still on erase mode. So that means we'd want ours to have a cone as well, facing like this. And it would also have 2 large circles going like that. Something like that anyway, but the legs aren't the main part right now that we're worried about. So if we wanted to have that sort of curve, it's facing... because this is facing, like, that way right now. We'd want our circle to be something like that. We can draw a little center line on that. And then this is the sort of tricky one, because that's not exactly a box. But it does have to actually line up with this circle. So I think that line goes there. And this line curves up. Oh, that's an alarm. Hang on. I'll simply turn that off. Alright. But then this is a little bit of a complicated geometry here. Because on the human form, you do that triangle one I showed you. I'm trying to imitate that here. I think that should actually go more there. It doesn't matter the most. So that'd be kind of like that. And you see we did a sort of straightish line, but we can curve it more. Alright? And then this kind of just goes across, right? And I imagine it'd be like an overhand line. And then Sylveon would also have legs there, 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 there. You see how this is it's sort of like an ant almost, funny enough. We can move it to the side a bit. So now we know, technically speaking, right? I drew the cylinder like this. But I think that the cylinder sort of goes more down in front and stuff. So what I'm gonna draw here is a cylinder that goes like that. Maybe it actually goes more to the edge. Oh, but we did say we wanted it to be leaning its head down a little bit. So if we want Sylveon to be facing that way, that means, and with its head slightly leaning down. I don't think that we've got a bad position for it here. I think, so, if we have the neck bed, I think. So we would go like this, but then we'd sort of go like that almost. No, we'd have the head. It'd go kind of like that, except that has to be underhand. Yes. Which means then we draw it like this. Sort of like that, pretty much. right? Yes. That's correct. We got it right. I'm gonna scale it up a little more, because Pichu does need to be a decent amount smaller than Sylveon. Then we'll draw some lines on that. We'll draw some lines on that. Just because it's always good to tell where the middle of stuff is. And then we've got these really big ears. That's probably good. But anyways, we can work. That's details, basically. Sylveon is me for real. She really is. Or they really are. Let's actually look at the averages. Says 87.5% male, 12.5% female. Then, on average, they're men. That's interesting. I wonder why that is. I wonder who made that decision. So now with this layer, we go and we say, wait, hang on, we're not done here. We need to add legs, because legs are still a very important part. So on Sylveon here, we said goes like a circle there. Thought they were women the majority of the time. Nope. Not the case. This is probably actually more of a circle like that. So these legs, they're digigrade, or however you say it. So we need to have basically go back and then in again. You know? Except maybe not quite that way. Because really we'd be having it go like that, but then foreshorten it a bit more. Because it goes that way. That ain't it. I think we just bend them in slightly like this for now. And put their paws in front. Or, well, we can just draw a circle for now, because we are just trying to get the shapes. Okay, well, that doesn't quite make sense, because it does need to be mostly a straight limb at the end of the day. You can just have it go like that for now. And we'll find a way to sort of better imply that it's an animal leg later. Because it is important that people recognize it as an animal leg rather than a human leg. They're very different, you see. Y'all know that already, though. I'm just very proud of this so far. Like, this whole construction I'm making. Because I haven't finished my Udemy course for character design. Right? I'm very bad at online courses. Very, very bad at online courses. However, I'm very I'm already implementing some of what I've learned. Hang on. We should sort of sketch out how those lines are off. It's kind of like that. Okay. then we know that that's kind of like there and that's kind of like there. Then we do pretty much the same thing. Well, hang on. What if we added a little bit of motion? So basically, Sylveon's foot here is forward. We can have this, whoops, go forward in the same manner. So we'd have the paw end up roughly there. So the front part comes to be a smooth-ish curve. The back part goes kind of around and then down, which is kind of interesting. So it could go like that, there, and straighten it a little bit better here. Not that far down. Okay. Then that foot's going forward, we probably also want this foot going forward, is what I was getting at earlier. Which means we can leave most of that where it is, because the actual pivot point doesn't change, just like how it's rotated changed. Oh, hang on, that was actually pretty much fire. Kind of like that, if I'm being honest. Maybe we shorten this a bit more even. Okay, and we want to... It's about the balance here, I think, that helps us imply it's correct. You know what? We're actually rotating it too much. That's still too much. This line actually needs to be straighter for it to work out. And that can actually stay where it is mostly. Yeah! Pretty much like this, except maybe a bit more like that. I'm really impressing myself tonight, y'all. So we also do want to make it match this other one, which is much thinner, which is an issue with the circle we did at the beginning. But we can kind of just lie and say it was correct the whole time. You know what? Let's look up a picture of a goat walking, huh? So we can see kind of how these types of legs are supposed to bend. So the one in back sort of goes ba ba ba, which means this one we have to imply is going ba. Then this is actually out more. Ba. Sort of like that. And in front, hang on, cancel that. Save. Probably for the one that's straighter, how does it go? Let's see. Goes up, then back, huh? Alright, then we too shall go up, then back. Which does mean... So, hang on. Up, back. Up. Oops. Back. You'd probably want the circle to end up being actually... Let's erase a little bit so we can tell what we want the new thing to be. I want to hug you. I want to hug you too. You deserve it. Oh no, did not mean to change color. Oops. There you go. So that will go up, and then for the leg that's moving forward, it is sort of extended like that, so we're fine there. But then on the leg in back that's moving forward, got to go somewhat more. So if we want the leg to say, let's say we want the foot about there, huh? Then we want that and that. And we also want that and that. Almost. Very almost, huh? So if we're looking at this one, which we are, the front of it actually makes a good curve, like that, but then the back is very kind of angular. Oh well, I think that this is a good start anyway. And then the ears, well, those are actually decorations, basically. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna lower the opacity. We're going to say, kind of gonna sketch on this. Let's bring it a little tighter to the mesh. Then we want let's see. So basically the front of it is on the ground, right? Then the back of it isn't. So it goes kind of like that. Okay. That gets cut off. That extends. Yes. Perfect. Then this is a little tricky. We obviously want them to have the large leg. Well, here. This would actually pretty much be hidden there. Then we'd probably see a bit of... No, we wouldn't, because... Yeah, so this would go. And it'd be... We'd have the same... Sort of like that. Hang on, let's try and imitate our guide better, because that's what it's there for. Yes, because we hide this now. That's decently convincing, if a little large. Sylveon's, like, this here is like that, and that goes like that. We probably also want to do that, right? So if we bring this guide back, we probably want to imply some thinness, or people will be like, or people will think it's a little off for Sylveon. Something kind of like this, I think. Okay. Then this line... That was actually cooking, that's fire. And then we hide that. Okay, so it's not actually fire. But it's not water either. If we go like that then... Yes. I think we could stand to make that more like that, perhaps? I think that lines up. That tracks. Then the face is tricky, but we're not doing the face just yet. We are looking here. And we're doing the same thing. And here basically if we just go like that, we can imply it's there, because we're not actually drawing through on that part. So we can imply they're taking a step without having to draw all of the leg, which is convenient for me. Then Sylveon's face kind of deserves its own layer, right? Because it goes like... It's got a very face-like face for an animal. So I think what I might do is break away from the reference a little bit. So I'd make it more dog-like. Maybe not that dog-like. Here. Can go poke poke, poke poke, poke poke. No, none of that. Let's stretch our fingers a little bit. Eep, eep. Here, actually, what I wanted to do before was I wanted to add a Twitch activity feed dock to my OBS scene. If I pull that out a little more. Awesome. I can line it up properly. Now I can remember and see all the things people are redeeming. Pretty awesome. Oh, I will need to remember to do Duolingo. But basically, Sylveon's face is very confusing, because it's so much bigger than the rest of the body. But not as big as I have it. Probably more like that. Your voice is pretty feminine? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, thank you, definitely. I appreciate the compliment. But I disagree. I think you are making things up. This is gonna take a couple tries. Because what I need is a circle that I can then add onto, basically. Add and remove? Yeah. Actually, yeah, exactly that circle right there. What do you know? So Sylveon's face kind of goes like this, and we're on the right layer, yeah? Sylveon's face kind of goes like that, but I also want to add a bit of a snout to it, because that's very planar, and I don't think Sylveon's face should be a plane. I think it should be 3D. I think it should have some of that. Okay, well, clearly I'm doing this wrong, though, because that would get... Let's see. Think like that. Then I want that to be over. And got to, I think, box that. Sounds androgynous? I don't know. Still think you're wrong. So that'd make it go like that, basically. Which isn't the worst it could be. You know, if we just smooth that out. You're silly. Yes, I am. Because then it would be... Let's see. I think we need a reference of a fox. What's the other one for? Oh, we can mark that one as red though. Let's see. Looking for something with a decent enough side profile. So this one makes it a little more obvious. Snout takes up, like, it's not just something you put on the face, it is the face, basically. So if we do that, and then we go... something... Okay, I don't think it should be quite that way, though. Well, no, it still has... I think, actually, rather than quite like that, goes like that. And then... it looks a little... hang on. If we... do another layer, we're getting closer to 100 layers than I'm happy with, I think. So we want... okay, well... Sylveon, you really make this difficult. I think Why is the mouth like that? Sylveon's just too much like an anime character. It's annoying. Like, I love Sylveon, but where's the snout? You know? So, very clearly, maybe the problem is that I'm doing that. No. But also yes, but also no. I think that layer needs to disappear and go away. Let's see. Let's actually get another Sylveon. Alright, because somewhere in here must be a Sylveon looking to the side. Which is what we need. There, that is... I mean, that makes more sense, at least. Hang on. Is anything better? The general consensus is that it's an extremely round face. Which makes things a little easier, because you don't have to worry a whole lot about... Well, that's a nice pose. So let's see. So if the eyes are looking that way, and the eyes obviously have to be there, filtered downwards, we're on the wrong layer. No, no, no. So, what's our guide like? Interesting. So, tricky. Very, very. It's gotta be... Because look, here... Sort of like this. Right? That's basically the shape of Sylveon's head. And then we can scale that up for ours. About there. Except now, it would be... So for this, the neck went under that, but here, it's actually gonna not get under that quite. And by that, I mean the snout. Whoopsie doopsie. Can get rid of that for now. Don't need it. And obviously we want this to be a little bit shallower of an angle. And then this should probably be... Oh no, not quite. We probably want that more like that then. So man, we are struggling with this, huh? I think that this ought to be there. Yes. Good. It's just gonna have to stay messy for a bit. Oh, I figured it out. And I think that these lines sort of go upwards like that. The head's a little flat. Interesting. I wonder if... No. Let's see. I wonder if the problem is... Do I make the distinction? Okay. Not bad. But for the other ones, we are keeping the generally cartoon style. So maybe... Maybe we really do just try and imitate the very anime Sylveon face, rather than try and give it a snout at all. Because... I don't know if that'll work. Just. Then up here, you do want that curved. Maybe it's a little flat. Because that there seems to imply that the ribbon goes in front of the ear there, but that's not what we want directly. So it's not circles. Except then, if we want to imply that they're looking down somewhat, we need to kind of go like that, don't we? Then the ears would actually start going kind of like that, you think? Yes. Now we need to refine that by a stage or two. Yeah. I've been sitting a while already. So first thing, I think this needs to be actually maybe even there. Let's see. Oh, head pets, thank you! Thank you, Sharky. Hehe. Thank you, thank you! I appreciate all the head pets. We've just got to... Let's see. That's definitely it. That is the position for our Sylveon's head. Now let's refine it, as I said. We'll also go here and erase that, just so it looks so. Let's see about this. Yeah, I'm right. I should not have it like that. I think like that works. That does make it too big. I know what to do. Simply cheat a little bit. Well, it's not cheating because I hate it anyway, and I'm redoing it. There we go. Okay, but I still hate it. And I definitely agree with the slightly older version. A little stronger. Alright. Oh, well actually... Alright, let's see. So... we hide that. Alright, good. Only problem is that it's still very uneven and lumpy because of how, like, many different lines are involved. You know? From out here it doesn't look too bad. But you know what? I think we're gonna have to leave it like this. It's obviously not permanently. We're going to do more revisions later. But on the interest of getting some progress, right? Okay. Hang on. Okay. That's good. That's a good head for the Sylveon. We also need a tail. We kind of... So the tail here is in 2 pieces. So we can also do 2 pieces. Except this is very curved. We can also do very curved. So let's see. We ought to hide that and that. The best to see our work. Methinks. Make it a bit longer. There's good. Good enough anyway. Then, let's add another layer for this next part. It's bow tie. And all the ribbons. There's actually no clasp or anything in the middle, which is fun. Then on this ear, goes kind of like that. No, it doesn't. I'm lying. Goes more big, methinks. And it gets very like that, methinks. Okay, good. Then we've just got to do some ribbons. Is that better? No. I'm thinking we use ribbons to kind of cover up our bad neck there. No, so it says that these come out the bottom there, and these come out the back there. So I'm thinking we go like probably, oops, probably out the bottom there, or actually. Okay, yeah, that line's better. We'll probably want to leave the tip of it. Wait a second. It's quiet. We're on... Hit pause. Oh wait, hang on. We just went to a different one. Because how this stream's been on longer than our music. I forgot about that. Is this good? I think I prefer the other one. I know you guys might get tired of it, but I do not. It's the same person though. Poor Music. They're awesome and amazing. And definitely you guys should check them out. Hang on, we want this layer. I like the music, me too. I kind of want to do it like that, but I don't think we'd be able to see the other leg from here. That's good enough. Yeah, I think that this is turning out like a very decent Sylveon. So we're going to say it's tricky to decide where we want them to go, these ribbons. Yeah. But we definitely want, we're actually going to get another layer for them. I think we want one going behind this ear and out. And then they go being and then bump. So one can go kind of like that. I mean, obviously they're more rounded than pointed, the ends. So it'd be more like that. But even at the edges, it's not very pointed, so we're gonna curve that a bit more. So it goes like that on that one, I think. That's how we want to play it. And actually, we can erase behind this because it doesn't count. And then this one we probably want going probably actually also behind to keep the direction, you know? Yeah, let's do a different line to start. Like that, I think. So... But that's too similar. We want this one to be overhand, then underhand. Right? That way it gets more variety. And to be honest, what I actually want to do here, just kind of yeah. And we go like that. Easy squeezy. Lemons easy. Lemon peasy. I did on the other one was like this, but then I rounded them. So we can use that same technique again. Like so. Okay, but we do need to show that it's curving around the ear. Even just a little. If I do it well, I only have to do one line. Awesome, awesome. Oh, but I do actually, now that I'm looking at it, I do think this ought to go in front of that here. That ain't quite it. Hang on. The root of our problem here is that there actually, I think is good. We still do that. But then here, then do we get that? Yeah, that's even enough. And there we can... Oh. Yeah, we're not doing that one. Don't know what I was thinking on it. Well, we obviously don't want a corner, because it's a ribbon. Ribbons very rarely have corners. I don't know if that's a common... Like, I don't know if that's something that everyone just knows, and it's common sense, or it's something that we had to learn. Ribbons only have a couple corners. Whoa! That's what I get for pressing... Oh yeah, don't forget Duolingo. I absolutely will not forget Duolingo. In fact, I'm going to... How should I do this? I need to... Here. What is that line? Hang on. What's that line? Oh, wait, that's the head. I'm like, what is that? That's a weird line. It's the head. Your head's normal, Sylvia. Anyhow, I'm gonna refill my water and use the bathroom. And I'll be right back, and then I'll do Duolingo. Actually, I'll start doing Duolingo while I'm gone. Then I'll have less to do when I get back. Okay, so you might remember how I said I would do Duolingo, or at least start Duolingo while I was gone. Well, as it turns out, sometimes I say things that don't happen. Crazy, I know. We're gonna start with, we'll start by checking our quests. We need 20 XP, which is really easy. Or we can pause this.
El. Manzana.
Bink. Bonk. Oh, darn it. I will remember that, hopefully.
Manzana. Leche. El.
I'm silly, a little bit.
Soy.
It happens.
Mujer. Tú
There we go.
eres María. Un hombre.
Boom.
Él es un hombre.
Oh, okay.
Yo soy una mujer. Ella es una niña. Ella es una mujer.
I wonder how it decides whether it's a complete error or if it's a typo. Because sometimes it'll say, oh, it's a typo. Now, how many... Hang on. Oh, here. We're at 6 out of 50 with 26 days left. Tricky, tricky. Let's do Japanese now, though.これを彼女に届けてください。イエピー。
先生のご主人は手伝ってくれました。
手伝って。
手伝ってくれました。ご主人。
Okay.
このリンゴを家に届けてください。
私たちは写真を撮ってもらいました。どう私たちは写真を撮ってもらいました。
写真を撮って、take a picture of us? 写真を撮ってもらい。
私たちは写真を撮ってもらいました。
We had a picture taken. Okay. Let's see. アメリカ旅行は楽しかったですか？
妻のために犬の散歩をしてあげました。
Okay.
姉
の
カス
Hang on. Okay.
姉に花をかたてました。
Got it. Okay. 兄に花を買ってあげました。Okay, interesting.
母に本を読んでもらいました。母に本を読んでもらいました。
本を読んでもらい。
座り
No. もらいました。Don't know why I even considered that one. 散歩が3倍
います。
これを彼女に届けてください。
Okay. Ping pong.
そ映画
とても怖かった。
だです。
この
仕事
仕事やを helping 手伝って
手伝っ
ませんかだね。手伝ってくれませんか。ギターの練習
練習は
はとても楽しかっ
楽しかったです。
た。この映画は怖かったですか。鳥がにはいます。let's see. 姉に花
花
を買ってあげました。
また
Neat? Okay.
この
この仕事
仕事
を手伝ってくれませんか。Okay, there we go. Do we need to do a third lesson? No, we do not. That is all we need to do. Okay, cool. Now we can get back to the cool stuff that everyone likes more. And I can turn the music back on. I don't think I should have turned it off to begin with, but I need to focus a bit. And it's late, so I can't actually look at Discord here. That's a little annoying, as always. Okay. But body boo. Oh, what? Hang on. That's annoying. Okay, stream avatars are still there. That's good. Okay, good. Well, hang on. On this diagram, it says it goes whoop, and then the other one kind of goes whoop, whoop. Like that, which I think is much better. We're just gonna copy that, I think. We don't need to do anything super original or anything like that. We can simply copy the not eek. Go like that, Round it out. Then on this one, goes whoop. Then we pretend it goes and wraps around that leg like whoop. And it comes back out. Do we even have it go one step further? Let's see. So let's say we have it go back behind, right? we would go around that leg and out that way, right? Whoops. Okay, but no, because we want that leg to be like that, pretty much exactly like that. So, how's about but having it go that way is a great way to break up that 1, 2, 3 going that way. So let's say it goes around the body. What if we have it go and just like lay across like this? No. It's tricky. Maybe. Ooh, I've got it. This is perfect. We have it. So that the Sylveon is basically like pointing at something on the DS screen. You know? That does not look good. You're going to redo it, but the general point still stands. So maybe we have it go more like this. I kind of want it to, so let's say the Pichu is like right there. I kind of want the healer to rest on the Pichu's shoulder. Sort of like that. That does make it a lot shorter, right? Than the other ones. We need to give it more flourish, methinks. Got to do the same curve twice. Hang on. We're just copying it. It's like, obviously I can do the same curve twice, but doing it exactly the same twice? Don't think so. There we go. There we are. There we have it, definitive proof that I can draw a Sylveon. What do you know? I'm kind of just do a little erasing. Little here, little there, you know how it is. And obviously, I mean, technically this isn't the best idea, since we want to preserve the lines for later. But honestly, we're probably gonna redraw the whole thing if we're redrawing any of it. So, I do want to get, if you guys have any suggestions, if you have a Pokemon that's kind of like Pichu, but isn't Pichu, similar size, right, but, you know, different. Wait a second. Did I read that right? Did I read that Pichu is like 3 inches shorter than Jirachi? No, they're the same height. Yikes. And it's not really a problem, it's just weird. Whose idea was it that Pichu was the same height as Jirachi? In my world, Jirachi is taller than Pichu. But in any case, we've got a really nice looking Sylveon there. If we hide our... we can get rid of that. I'll even delete it. We can just upload it again if we need. Where is our plans layer? Okay, well, hang on. Let's group these. Name that group. I do want a Pokemon other than Pichu. Just because Pichu's a little bit, you know, Pichu. A little annoying, you know? And I don't want to be like advertising the way the Pokemon Company does. They always have some Pichu character in their things. But Pichu really does seem like the best Pokemon for the job at the moment. Still never found... oh, here it is. Yeah. Look at this. It's starting to come together a bit. We're gonna need to redo all that. Some stuff there. And yeah. We're starting to... now that we have something in this space, it really does start to make the whole thing feel a bit less empty. That's why I was so pressed about finding something to go there. Sylveon is a great choice because the ribbons take up so much visual space, you know? So I'm really glad we put Sylveon there. We wanted a Spheal there. We can do that. It's very simple, right? Very simple. So we have our circle. And it's a very small Spheal. Maybe this Spheal is just like a child. And we want it to be upside down because that's silly. We'll hide the Sylveon for now. For some reason I thought it was a lot lumpier. Okay, hang on, that's a perfect eye I've drawn. You know what that means? Whoops. When you draw something perfect, you copy it. Transform, mirror horizontally. Then we grab it. Well, those eyes are technically perfect circles. Hang on. Where'd it go? Oh, it's over there. This is actually... Why did it get blurry there all of a sudden? That was odd. This will actually probably be... Honestly, it might even just be the same. But we want them far apart to show that... show our point. Then here, kind of got some nostrils. Then it's got a tail. And the tail kind of goes like that. And these flippers kind of I don't think that's a terrible way for a Spheal to be. I think that's a little too off. Would you believe that drawing these circles for this cupcake display took basically as long as this Sylveon? Most of that was figuring out how to draw it, I suppose. Okay, I actually don't like these eyes anymore. How do they line up with his nostrils? To either side? That's better. We can just kind of fill those in. Do little highlights. We want them on the same side, obviously. Anyhow, we'll leave those empty for now. And Spheel's also got little ears. Spheal actually being against the floor could be a little flattened. Just a little. Then let's get the line tool out, honestly. Let's see. I almost knocked over my drink. That would not have been good. So Spheel's got those little ears, huh? Make sure we're on the right tool. Then we'll say the ears are also pressed against the ground. There we go. It's just if the line weights are off, then it looks weird. Obviously, this isn't the final version by any means. But, you know, it's not gonna be far off. There's not really way too much variation you can make with this feel. What's this feel look like from behind? Oh, interesting. There's 3 things. I don't think you can really tell from here anyway. I think it's silly that we have the upside down feel though. Alright. What am I doing tomorrow? When I'm going out with my girlfriend, my awesome girlfriend. What else? I'm wondering how soon I need to be going to bed. We've made good progress today. Now is not a bad time to end stream. The only other thing I'd do today would be to start on the Pichu. Which I don't think is a thing I'm in a hurry to do. Because I still don't know if it's a Pichu. Oh, that reminds me, on extra plans. You're excited? I'm excited. Just making a note of that. There we go. We'll actually make this another point so I can tell. Yes. Okay. And we're gonna save. This is really coming along nicely, I would say. right? We've got a lot of good stuff going on here. You can actually hide the, not the background, but outline 1 as well. So you get an even better idea. And then once these are solid shapes and stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah. But that's still, whoa, hang on. That's still quite a ways away. Anyhow, I think I'm gonna end it here. I think we're gonna raid out. So let's make sure we're all saved up. Then, over here on Twitch, it says there's a network error, but I can just refresh the page. Oh, hang on. Excuse me. Stream's not down, is it? Oh boy, that's no good. Connection reset, huh? That means they've started making it so that I can't stream this late? Well, this does make rating out a little tricky. But okay, well, then it looks like we don't get to raid out tonight. Unless, well, hang on. So, if you guys tell me the username of someone to raid, I can raid into them. But I won't be able to see them or talk to them or anything. Oh, maybe even not that. Alright, we're just going to call it here before things break more. Thanks for showing up if you've been here. I had fun. We made great progress today. This is looking really good so far. I'm really proud of it. We're gonna see you guys, I guess, tomorrow night for more Pokemon. That's gonna be fun. And goodbye.